Austin as a person, I'm very proud of him being my son, and he's come very far.
We just had our big brother ritual, so here he is right here. Hello, that's me.
He's very confident in who he is and has come a long way at Rider.
I'm Austin Morford. I'm a sophomore at Rider University, and I'm also a brother to the NJ Zeta chapter Sigma Phi Epsilon. So I started to realize that I was not identifying as a girl, mainly when I was younger. I've always known, but really my freshman year of high school, I started to realize that something was a little off and different. So over the years, I really tried to get to understand it more, and I finally realized that this is who I am. I'm not a girl, but I am truly a guy inside and out.
I was in shock. It took me by surprise. The word transgender was not in my vocabulary at that moment, so it kind of took a while to absorb it. As I look back now, I could see why and was able to understand where he was coming from. At first you feel like this isn't the kind of life that I wanted for my daughter. So you have that pictured in your head, and then all of a sudden, boom, this it's everything gets wiped clean, and you have to think outside the box and think of what life is going to be now. To be honest, in the beginning, I thought it was more like a fad of something that he was exploring and wasn't sure that was the route. It's hard, but I have to tell myself it's the same person, that he really hasn't changed. Same personality, same stubbornness, same person that's in there, same smile, same, everything is same except for the name.
I was indifferent. I was like, do whatever you want to do. Our generation is definitely a lot more accepting, and I've always been accepting of that lifestyle, I guess you could say. It was hard at first with the pronouns, I'll admit. It's just hard to get used to. But, I've gotten used to it over the time.
With my dad, it was difficult and it was different because I came out to my mom first.
It's harder for him. He's stuck on the "I'll never walk my little girl down the aisle" type of thing.
He always loved his little girl. And, to this day, I still feel very guilty of it, but I had to do what I had to do. Taking testosterone for the first time. It was very overwhelming. I started the process by myself. I ended up going to the doctor by myself. The night I went home after my first shot, I told myself I could feel it running through my system already, which, whether it was true or not, I could just feel myself actually becoming me, and it was really crazy. It felt like my kryptonite almost.
Oh, fuck.
I was bullied a couple of times. They were telling me, "You're not her boyfriend, you're her girlfriend, and you never will be a man." It's actually stuck with me until this day, more or less as a learning process, because I question myself all the time, what is a man? What makes up a man?
Why do you rap? Sing it! Why do you rap? Sing it! Why do you rap? Sing it!
I wanted to join a fraternity for a comforting feeling of knowing that boys do support trans men. I always had a stereotype in my head that guys are closed-minded assholes. They're gonna be exactly how they were in high school when I was told I wasn't gonna be a man. I never was a man, never was gonna be one. And I really just wanted to feel like I was a part of something. I really wanted to prove to myself that that stereotype that I had in my head wasn't true. When I joined SIGEP, I was really nervous. I didn't know what was to come of it. I didn't know what was gonna necessarily happen with it. I didn't know if I was gonna get the support. The thing that was going through my head was, do I want to tell everyone that I'm trans if they don't already know? I stood up at the podium and I said, I want you guys to know, you know, we're brothers. I don't want to keep anything from you. And I really want to let you know that I am transgender. They really respected me for it and they really supported me. So after that and telling them in chapter, I was really surprised, but I was really excited too, because I knew that this was gonna help me get rid of that stereotype in my head. I did talk to, he wasn't my big at the time, but my big brother, I went to him for some advice.
My littles.
You know, he told me, he was like, we're all gonna love you no matter what. You know, there's some guys in there that, you know, might not agree with it, but you didn't get a bid because we wanted you here to make fun of you. We gave you a bid because of the person you are and what you can bring to this chapter. And after he told me that, you know, it really set the pace for me to go in there, and just I was really positive with it after he told me that. I've learned a lot about you know, the 4 cardinal principles that we stand by are virtue, diligence, and brotherly love. It doesn't have to be a male in that sense. We have girls from other sororities that are lettered because they stand by those, and we look at them as carrying our, you know, cardinal principles and our values. And, you know, to this day I bring it with me, and I'm just like, what really is a man? And I continue telling myself that it's not just the beard, it's not just the deep voice. Joining the fraternity really helped me get to that milestone.
It seems like they're a close-knit family.
You definitely get that sense of, you know, that you're welcome no matter who you are.
In the fraternity, he can really count on people to go to, which I think through this transition and through the whole college experience is better for him.
It continues to be the most amazing experience that I've had.
This was the right road because he's very happy.
As stupid as it sounds, I feel like I'm part of a brotherhood, not just because I'm in a fraternity, but because I'm actually a part of the guys, and that's always what I've wanted.